Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to explain about the major functionality of Leafletjs, which is the open source JavaScript library. By using this library, we can build the interactive web maps. So for that, I list out the different seven topics here. So I'll explain these seven topics one by one in the coding section. And first thing is we are going to set up the basic things or the installation of this Leaflet.js in your DOM. After that, I'll explain about the tile layer and WMS web mapping services functionalities. After that, I'll describe about the markers and the layer control. After that, we will deal with the several kind of data type and then the GeoJSON data type. After completing this, I'll describe little bit about the leaflet events like mouse over or click or double click events, etc. And finally we will style the leaflet components into our costume style. That means the we will update the pop-up this window to the different kind of structure, something like this. So let's get start. So for that, I open the Visual Studio Code editor. Here I'll create the index.html file, and then I'll just create the default HTML file, and I'll save it as the leaflet tutorial. And the major thing we have to do is we can just go to the Leaflet.js documentation, and then if you go to the leafletjs.com, it's the official documentation of Leaflet.js. So here you will get the some basic codes, how to use it and how it works. So first thing, we have to install this Leaflet.js in our DOM. So I'm going to install this CDN link to my code. It's the basic first initial step, so you can just add this link. Basically in the HTML file, what we do is like the leaflet.css file will be listed in the head section, and the .js file at the end of the body tag or outside the HTML tag, something like this. And maybe I'll comment this out, leaflet css and then leaflet.js, something like this. So after that, we have to create a div element with the ID of whatever you want. For me, I'll create the div with the ID of map, something like this. And then we have to assign this map height and width. So for that, I'll just create the style tag here, and inside style I can create the style of our DOM. That means this map style, so it will be width of I think 100%, and then height of maybe 100 vs. Vs means vertical height, it's just the CSS unit, so that the div will cover in the whole page, whole browser. So that are the things. And after that, after installing this leaflet js and leaflet css file, we can write the actual script. So it's the javascript library, so we have to write our code inside the script tag. So for that, maybe what I can do is I'll just show you the how to getting start with this Leaflet.js. So first thing is we have to create the map variable with the ID of our map, and then set it to the set view to the sum of the location and the zoom level. After that we have to assign the tile layer and then edit to map, and then this one is for marker. So first thing, I'll just copy this code and then paste it here. So maybe I'll name it as the var OSM because it's the OpenStreetMap tile layer. So I'll create the variable called OSM, and then I would like to add it like this: OSM dot add to add to map, something like this. And always it's better to write the comment about the your confusion line. So maybe I'll write comment map map initialization, this one is, and then this one is OSM layer. So yeah, I think that's all for the adding the map. So if you right click it and if you open with live server, so it will be your code will be available in the browser, so it will be loaded something like this. So if you don't have this live server, maybe you can install it through the this extension tab and search for live server, and then I already installed, that's why it's available. Otherwise you can run this through the directly clicking on the index.html file. So here you can see by default uh, the dome has some margin I think in the top in the side, so maybe I can remove because I don't like this margin. So maybe body, and then remove the margin to 0, and then padding to 0. So let's save it, and maybe I can close this. This one is the link from live server from Visual Studio, so it looks now better. So here the basic thing is what you can do is you can just pass your coordinate and then pass your zoom level. So maybe if I search for Nepal coordinate, and then it's the 2839 something, I just replace it, and then 84, just replace it, and then maybe I can change zoom level to 10, and it will automatically move to this Nepal region. So maybe 8. So yeah, in this way you can change your map view to the your specific region. So it will initialize the map, and then it will set our view by default view to the 28 this cone latitude, longitude, and then this zoom level. So these are the basic thing about the initialization of leaflet. So maybe I can move to the second section, which is tile layers. So for tile layers there is the one leaflet plugin called tile layer provider. So you can search this and then just go to the tile layer provider and then just grab the code. So the first thing is this one is the we already loaded because the tile.wms openstreetmap.org, this tile is already loaded, and we called it as the OSM, which is the default tile. Maybe we can check the another one. Maybe here are lots of tiles, so you can check one by one, or I'll check this one and then just grab the code. Watercolor, and then paste it. Maybe I'll change the name to watercolor, and then these are the other extra options. So maybe you have to pass it or you can neglect it. And here is the attribution tag. That means the attribution will be available in the bottom right corner, which is here, open street contribution, something like this. So you can if you have your own tile from map box, so you can pass your attribution. So that is the thing. Yeah, maybe I can try the watercolor dot add to map. What it will do is it will override this OSM to the watercolor map. So the watercolor map is available now, something like this. It actually what happened here is it initialized the map and added OSM layer, and it added the watercolor map on the top of this OSM layer. That's why our OSM layer is blocked. If you just move it back to the down, then it will be covered by OSM layer. It's just the code is running from top to bottom. That's why this watercolor map is available at the front. So maybe just I can comment this out. So our default layer will be the osm.add to map. So this will be the our default layer. So yeah, this is the open source, all the open source layer providers. So you can check other as well. Maybe my favorite one is this dark one. So maybe I can just copy this code. It's all about this tile layer, this URL. These other things are the secondary things. These things you can neglect it as well. So uh, dark map, and then I can just pass it and then change the variable name to dark, and then dot add to map. So let's try it. Yeah, now our map is available in the dark theme. So yeah, this in this way you can just try the map whatever you want. You can add your own map from mapbox as well. So for now I think I'll show you how to add the Google map. So if you check the list here, the Google map is not available here. So for the Google map, I found in the Stack Overflow questions. So maybe I'll show you Google map in Leaflet. So let's check. Yeah, this one is the answer. So if you need the Google street, so that means you have to type yal.tile layer and then Google this Google URL, and then you have to provide the subdomains as well. So this will provide you the Google street map. So just let me copy this and then Google Street, and then paste it here, and then Google Street dot add to map. It will add the Google Street map now. So it's like this. And if you want to add the hybrid or the satellite view, you can just copy this and then paste it here. So Google sat dot add to map. So now it's the satellite map. So in that way you can add whatever map you want. Here is the note that the difference in layer parameter in the URL. So in the layer parameter, if we provide this P means the terrain, and if we provide the yes means it's the satellite, and S and H means hybrid, and then this M means the Google Street. So this is the key difference. Other things are same. The URL is same, only the difference between the different kind of Google Maps is the layer parameter. So you can just customize this and test on your own. So maybe I'll just comment this out, and then this as well. Maybe I can write this to the Google satellite. So yeah, in that way you can implement the different kind of tile layers in your leaflet map. Okay, all right guys, now let's move to the marker. So how we can add the marker to the leaflet map. So for that, maybe I can go to the Leafletjs documentation, and then you can go to the UI layer, inside which you have the marker option. So you can just add the marker simply .yal.marker and the marker coordinate, and then add it to the map. So here in this function you have to provide the latitude and longitude in this format, and then you can provide the marker options. So marker option will be the icon or title, z index, opacity, something like this. So let's get started. So maybe for demo, just I can copy this, and then maybe I'll write marker and then paste it here. So maybe what I do is I'll just update my coordinate to the my first view, so marker will be appear in the current required position. So yeah, like this. So here if we click on the marker, nothing will be appear. If you want to pop up something, so you have to pass the another method called bind pop up, which is the method. Here you have the method called maybe this bind pop-up. So marker dot bind pop-up, and then we can pass the pop-up content, and if we dot open pop-up it will open by default. So let's try to add this. So maybe I can make it as the variable single marker. Single marker is equal to l dot marker, and then I can add to pop up var pop up equal to uh, maybe the single marker dot bind pop up, and then the pop up content is this is the Nepal. So then if I type open pop up it will open by default. So if we check here, maybe something is going wrong. So sorry, since we did not edit it to the map, that's why it's not appearing. Then we can just pop up dot add to map. So if we edit, then it will be added to the map, and then if we click, then it will pop up with this is the Nepal, so with our pop-up content. So in that way you can add the marker. Let's suppose if you want to customize this marker, then you can just follow the documentation. So here you can pass the icon option, and then icon will be the type of icon. So maybe I will click the icon type, and then it will provide us the usage example. So maybe I'll copy this icon thing, and then what I have to do is just create the icon variable, and then pass my required icon URL and icon size and icon anchor, something like this, and then I have to just pass it as the option. So our latitude marker, latitude longitude will be here, and then after that I have to pass the my option and add it to the map. So that's the thing. So let's add the icon. So far I think I copied it. So bar my icon. Okay, I'll name it as my icon. And then for me, I already downloaded two icons. So this one is black marker, and then this one is red marker. So maybe I'll provide the red marker link. So here it's inside img, and then red marker.png, and marker size maybe the 40 by 40. And I think these things for me, I think no need, because these are the secondary things, so I don't have the shadow of this marker image, so I'll just leave it as it is. And then I'll provide the option icon is the my icon variable. So let's save it. And if we try to go to the leaflet tutorial, and then the our marker will be available something like this, and if we click on the marker, then the pop-up content will appear something like this. So yeah, that is, in that way you can just change your marker, and then also make it pop up available in the map. So here a couple of other options are also available here. So these are the in most of the case we don't deal with these options. So maybe one more option what I want to try is this draggable, which is false by default. If I copy this draggable option, so where it is, here in the option object. So if I set it draggable is equal to true, then it will be draggable, so marker we can move to the other place as well. So, and if I click, then this is the Nepal, it will pop up with this. So yeah, and also you can try other options as well. So for me, I think these options are not, I don't want to try. And then yeah, here is also the different methods, so you can try. Just if you want to get the lat long, then you can pass this method means you have to apply this function before your this marker class. So okay, let's try to get the lat long of this marker. So for that we can pass this get lat long method. So maybe here in the inside the pop-up field, uh, I'll just add the uh, this method single marker dot get lat lng, I think. And then if I save it, and it will provide us the lat long in the pop-up field. So here this is Nepal, and lat long it will provide something like this. So it will give the latitude and longitude of the marker. So other things, we can just get the icon, and we can just also set the latitude longitude using this kind of method. And we can of course convert it to the GeoJSON. So let's try to convert it to the JSON. So maybe single marker dot what is the function name, to GeoJSON. Okay, to GeoJSON, and maybe I can console log it. Console.log will provide the information in the console. So maybe I'll open the console, control shift I to open the console, and then if I refresh, our this marker GeoJSON will be available here. So the in GeoJSON you have the geometry as the mandatory field, and type is the feature, and feature collection are available. And then inside geometry you have type, and then the coordinate, which is we set it 84.124 and 28.3949. Okay, in that way you can convert it to the GeoJSON as well. If you don't know about GeoJSON, I highly recommend you to watch my video on YouTube. I already made a video on GeoJSON. So yeah, you can just try it. So yeah, these are the main thing about the marker. So maybe I'll move to the layer control now. So for maybe layer controller will be useful when we want to switch these base maps, as well as we want to toggle on and off this marker, this added marker, added data. So for that, we have to make the one object of layer controller, and then we can pass it add it to the map. So if you watch here in tutorial, and then the layer grouping and layer control, so it will give you the exact information what we want. So here it makes the it added the marker one by one, four markers, and then it created the layer group of this all the markers. And then here it added the two tiles layer, same as ours on like OSM and then watercolor map. After that, it edit the layers like this way, or we can add the layer like this way. So yeah, so I am going to add the layer like this way. So I'll just copy this code and then just paste it here. So it's the base map is our OSM, and then watercolor map, and then what we have, dark Google Street, dark and Google Street, Google Street, Google Streets, and then Google Satellite. Google Sat. These are the available base maps. So OSM is named as OSM, and then this watercolor map is named watercolor. So this name, the value pair is coming from our variable name, and this name will be available in the our layer toggler. So here in the overlay maps, we have, since we have this only one single marker, so we can add the marker, and then we can add the single marker, something like this. So just save it, and after that we have to add this control layer to the map. So for that I have to add this line. So just save it here, and then yal.control.layers, and then this variable, two variables, and add it to map. So yeah, so now the layer toggler is available here. We can simply change it to the watercolor, dark map, Google Satellite, or even Google Street. Also we can toggle on and off this marker. So here, yeah, we can toggle on and off this marker, and by default the OSM layer and the marker will be available in the data. So if you go to the here in docs, and then I think layer, yeah, so layer, this is the main use case of this layer control. What we did, we just did these things. So here you can pass the one important function called collapse. By default it will be true, and if we set it to false, then it will be not collapsed. So maybe I'll show you what I mean. collapsed, right? Collapsed is equal to maybe no need this inverted comma. Collapsed is equal to false, and then it will be by default available something like this, so it won't be toggle off. So it is the main important option here. I think other are like you can try, but I'm not going to try all these options in detail. So here some of the methods are available as well, so you can just pass mm, the layer, and then you can just remove layer or add layer or the expand or collapse something like this. So maybe I'll just remove the one of the layer. So here mm, maybe I can just remove the OSM layer, OSM dot remove layer, and then I can OSM dot remove layer. Maybe yeah, it's now it's removed all, maybe something problem. OSM dot remove layer is not a function. Remove layer and layer name. Okay, sorry, I got wrong. So here we have to pass map dot remove layer, and the layer name is the parameter. So here we remove the OSM layer, that's why it's the default layer which we added the OSM layer above, and now we remove the OSM layer, that's why it's showing nothing. So we can just toggle off other layer as well. So yeah, if I want to remove this marker from our this interface, so what I can do is either I have to just comment this, that means it will automatically remove the marker. Otherwise I can pass the map dot remove layer and then the layer name, so it is removed. So yeah, so in that way you can just control your layers. So maybe you can have other other overlays here, or just try in the layer with only one marker. So second marker, and then I'll change the coordinate to 29, and then it to 83, and then other things are fine. Maybe okay, other things are fine, and then I can just pass the here I can pass first marker, and then I can pass the second marker. So here you have two different togglers, so you can just check first marker and then second marker, something like this. So that means what I am trying to show you is you can have two different data set, you can just check these two at the same time, that means it's the checkbox. But these are the base maps, only one should be available at a time. So if we change to one, and by default another will be removed. So yeah, so that's all about the layer controller. Alright guys, now let's start the GeoJSON. So if you don't know about GeoJSON, so maybe you can check my video on GeoJSON feature. So for this tutorial, I'll just go to the geojson.io, and then I want to just create the GeoJSON, some of the GeoJSON files. So for that, maybe I'll create the 1 point files. Actually in GeoJSON you can create the point, line, polygon in the same file, but I'll separate the file according to point, line and polygons. So just this is the point feature, so maybe I'll save it to the GeoJSON, and then it will just download it in the download folder. So I just got it and then save it to the leaflet data, and then I'll remove this and then just save it. Point.geojson, and then I can create the new file, and similarly I can create the lines. So just create a line, okay, and then save it. This one is the line, and then maybe I can just delete it for now and then create the polygon. So yeah, so polygon. Here I can add the properties as well. So maybe in this polygon feature I'll add the polygon feature. So it will be name equal to polygon, and then it will be name equal to rectangle. So maybe I'll just save it, and sorry I forgot to save it. So name is equal to polygon and just save it. So if you add this kind of properties, then the actual this will be available in the properties field. So here in the properties we have this different kind of stroke width, fill opacity. Also you can change these colors and stroke width, this kind of things, but these are the secondary things. So just I want to save it to the GeoJSON, and then I'll just move these two files to our data directory, and then rename first one to the line, and then second one to the polygon. Actually you can load this GeoJSON file in the leaflet map using different techniques, but for me what I'll do is I'll just copy this copy these three all and then paste it, and then I can just uh, I'll just change this name to the line only. So line dot, and then I'll change the extension to JS, and it will one, okay, and point dot JS, and then this to polygon dot JS. So it will one, it's okay. So if we look at here, here is the line, point and polygon is available, but it shows the error because it's the JavaScript file, but we have to pass the variable name polygon polygon JSON and save it, and this one is point JSON and sorry var point JSON and save it, and this one is line JSON and then save it. Just we copied this file, this GeoJSON file, and then make it the JS file and edit the variable name. So after that we have to add this data to the our leaflet.js after the leaflet.js file, so it will be loaded properly. So I can script src and then dot slash data, and then I can add one by one point, and then script and line, and then script data polygon.js. So after adding this data, we can directly load it to the map using the al.geojson feature. So if you go to the tutorial, and maybe where it is here. So here you can see the example of how to use these GeoJSON things. So you have to just provide the yal.geojson feature and then the data URL, and after that you have to you can pass your style function, or you can pass the bind pop-up field and then add to map. So here some of the options are point to layer, style. On each feature we are going to deal with this technique, and then other things are not that much important. So yeah, just try to load the first data first of all, yal.geojson, and then we have to pass the name of the our variable, so it's point json. So I can just yal.geojson and then pass the variable name point json and then dot add to map. So here these point are actually loaded from our GeoJSON file. So this is the marker from our previous field. So if I remove it, these are the marker from GeoJSON. So in that way we can simply edit our GeoJSON. Simply I can add the point JSON and line JSON and then polygon JSON as well. Polygon JSON. So it will be available like this. So if I click on the layer, nothing will be available because for now we did not add any bind pop-up feature. So for adding this kind of pop-up feature, maybe I'll try in the polygon JSON. So in polygon JSON you can uh, pass the parameter, and then here you have to pass on each feature. That means it will render to the each of the feature and then get the exact things whatever we want. So here in the documentation it is clearly mentioned that a function that will be called once for each created feature after has been created and styled, useful for attaching event and pop up to the feature. So by default nothing will, yeah. So we can just pass on each feature and then it's the kind of function. So we have to pass feature and then layer, and then we can pass the layer. It will render on each feature, and then we can pass the layer dot bind pop-up on each feature dot properties dot name. So if I click on it shows the name field, so what we mentioned there. So it's polygon, or we can just pass something like this. Maybe the B means bold text, and then we can write markup here. So name equal to the feature, maybe plus equal to feature dot properties dot name. So if we click on here, so it will provide the name rectangle and name polygon. So in that way you can just pass sorry not this less. Okay, in that way you can just pop up the dynamic properties. So yeah, so we defined these properties in the GeoJSON file, and then we pop up it as the properties. So this is the thing about on in each feature property. And here in documentation you can see the style function. So we can style our GeoJSON as well. So let's try to specific some of the styles. So here we pass the on each feature property, and then the another most common way it is to uh, provide the style. So style is also the function, or it can be the object. So we can pass the style like fill. Maybe I can show you through documentation. So here in style, define the path option for style polygon called. Okay, let's see path options. So here we can provide this kind of options here inside the style. So we can just pass the fill color, and then we can pass it to the red, and then just try it. So now our polygon is filled with red. And also you can provide the other options as well. OPA, opacity is equal to 1. Opacity is not working, it's fill opacity. So you have to make sure you apply the this options. So it stock means the outer most line. For by default it's the blue color, and you can change, of course it is. And then this color is the color of the whole our this JSON file. And then this fill opacity things, and then yeah, you can try whatever you want. So let me try some of the things. So maybe the opacity, fill opacity to 1, and then stroke to the, you can pass the hex color as well. C0 C0 C0, that means the silver color. And then also you can pass the like yeah, for now I think it's okay. So just let's try. So here is our polygon filled with the red color, and then the blue stock color. uh, Stock is not updating. Let's see. Fill rule. It's the stock is the boolean type by default, whether to draw stock along the path. I think it's not the option in our case. In our case, this color denote the stock. So maybe I can change this to color. Okay, now it's filled with the gray color, as you can see. In that way you can just change your this line to the some properties you can just apply. These are the main options available. And then of course you can change this marker to the custom marker, which I already explained above. So yeah, these are the main things. So main things about GeoJSON. So maybe I want to add this to the control function as well. So I'll just cut this section and then paste it above here. Just save it. And then okay, GeoJSON, and then this is the var point data, var line data, and then this one is var polygon data. So we can just specify this in the our layer control as well. Point data is equal to point data line data and then polygon data to the polygon data. So yeah, in that way you can assign your data, and then you can just toggle on and off these features. So yeah, so these are the main things about GeoJSON, I think. So here you have other functions as well. You can just filter your data. It's mainly important for querying the data. So yeah, these are the main things. So another thing is like if you want to load the other kind of vector data, so maybe the shape file, so you can just go to the map shaper.org. This is the open source very good website. So here you can just drop the shape file, GeoJSON, TopoJSON, DVF, CSV file, and then you can convert it to the each other. So if you loaded the shape file, then you can convert it to the GeoJSON or TopoJSON, or if you loaded the TopoJSON or CSV file, you can convert it to the GeoJSON. So in the leaflet you cannot load other kind of data like the shape file and then dvf file directly. So you have to convert each data set to the GeoJSON first, and then you can load in the proper way. So another thing about the loading GeoJSON is the Leaflet Ajax. So here is the one plugin called Leaflet Ajax. By using this plugin, you can just pass your data yal.geojson.ajax, and then you can pass your data geojson. In my case it will be point.geojson, something like this, and it will be automatically loaded to the leaflet map. But for me here in the demo purpose, I converted it to the js file and loaded it in the index.html file, and then I just displayed the GeoJSON file. So for using this plugin is the really nice plugin. So you can just simply pass your GeoJSON data without converting it into the JS file, and then you can just simply load it to the map. But I think for this package, maybe the jQuery is the dependency, so you have to install the jQuery CDN as well. So yeah, you can try this plugin. And what else, other things? Yeah, actually this GeoJSON things is the vector kind of data. So vector data can be loaded something like this. First thing is, please remember you have to convert the data to the GeoJSON. So for the raster kind of data, here you can see in the raster layers you have only the tile layer, WMS, image, video overlay are available here. So if you go to the tile layer.wms, then you have to provide the tile layer WMS URL and then layer name, and then these are the not important things, but yeah, we can try the WMS as well. So let me grab this code, and then maybe it's the part of tile layer in WMS. And okay, and then I can add it here. So it's NEX already. I don't know whether this URL is working or not. Maybe I can just try it. NEX already. So okay, let's try it in our leaflet map. If I zoom out, yeah, it's working. This WMS is this part is the WMS. So maybe I can just not provide this WMS in the base layer. Maybe I can provide it to the overlays, so it will be toggle on and off. So let me see where it is come from. So it's the data of Africa, no, sorry, US, and then it's some kind of WMS feature. So if you have the raster data set, then you have to provide the WMS link for this data set. So maybe let me create quickly one demo data set for you. Localhost 8080 geo server, and then I'll provide the demo URL here, admin. okay, this file. So this is also the vector files, but for now I'll just uh, maybe the raster one. Okay, I'll just test the WMS feature. So localhost 8080, localhost 8080 geoserver WMS, and then I'll provide the layer name. Layer name is the GeoApp admin, and then format image PNG. I'll change this to the WMS test, and then WMS. So let's try. So here are some of the error. It's double HTTP. So here you can see the WMS is loaded perfectly fine. So in that way you can just load your raster file to the geo server and then visualize it in the leaflet map. So this is the main thing, how you can upload your other kind of data. So for vector data it's easier, you can convert it to the GeoJSON and then just visualize it through WFS. Actually this is similar to WFS request, web feature services, but for the raster data you have to publish somewhere, and then you can try through WMS, which is web map services, in that way. So okay, this is the all about all thing about this GeoJSON topic. So let's move to the other topic. Okay, now let's move to the leaflet events topic. So here maybe I'll go through the documentation. So if you go to the events tags, so here you have different kind of events. So base layer change, overlay add, this layer add, layer remove, some of the functionality. So here other function other events as well. So basically the main events are this kind of events, so which are called interactive events. So based on the clicking of mouse, and you can just pop up anything, or based on mouse down, mouse over, mouse move. There are lots of events, so maybe I'll go through one or two of them. So maybe I'll try this map over function. So let's try it here. Map dot on mouse over, and then we can pass the callback function. So maybe console.log you your mouse is over the map. So if I try this, and if I go to the put my mouse to the map, so it will show the your mouse is over the map in the console. So if I go, it's just counting. You can check here 4 5 6 7. So whenever I go to the map, the map mouse over function is called. So maybe I can try the another method called the mouse move. It will trigger all the movement of mouse. So it's mouse move, yeah, mouse move event, and then I can just pass the function, and then I can see the e and console.log e. So just try it. Here if I move my mouse, it will show us the all the element this event. So maybe if I want to grab my position of my position of my mouse, then I can just grab this lat long, LAT and lat and long. So maybe I can try this. So console dot lat lat is e dot lat and then lng will be the e dot lat lng. It's lng, right? Yeah, it's lng. Okay, let's try it. So if I hover over, then our latitude and longitude will be available in the console. So you can implement this feature in the somewhere in your DOM as well. So for implementing this, you have to add one more div inside here, maybe div dot coordinate. Inside the body tag, it's the coordinate. So what you can do is now you can grab the body here above. So maybe let me check. So here you can just pass the document dot get element by class name and then coordinate. We have this class name is the coordinate, so it will grab the class name with coordinate and then dot inner HTML, and then we can just pass our this console log things. Just copy it and paste it here. And then one more thing, if we do like this, the coordinate won't be available here. So that means by default leaflet will override the opacity. So you have to pass the another class name called leaflet control. So it's still not available. Let me check. Okay, get element by class name will provide the class name in the array format. So we have to type 0, or we can get the element by id and then provide the id as coordinate in the div. So I hope this time it should work. So yeah, it's working now. So if I hover over the mouse over the map, then the lat and long is available here, as you can see. So yeah, so in that way you can just get the coordinate in the map. So by default it will start the position from the top right corner. If you want to move this to the bottom right, so you have to provide the extra bit of CSS. So maybe the position is AB absolute, and then bottom will be the bottom. From bottom it will be 10 pixel, and then from maybe the right it will be the 50%. So yeah, if we try this, then the lat and long is available, something like this. So it's the so in that way you can just get the coordinate using the leaflet events. You can also customize this coordinate as well in the good manner. So you can change color and you can add the one extra div for the background color, something like this. It's up to you. So yeah, so these are the some of the event on leaflet. So you can try other event as well, like when you click on the map, there should be the pop up the coordinate of the map. So you can implement this feature as well. So but for now, these are the all thing about the leaflet events. So yeah, so now let's move to the another topic called the uh, style customization. So let's try to edit the style. As you can see, if we click on the any of the polygon, this pop-up field will appear something like this. So if you inspect this, then you can get the actual class and the actual these things pop-up field. So maybe you can change this color as well. So here it's the class name is called leaflet pop-up content wrapper. So the background color is coming from, where is background color? Leaflet pop-up current wrapper. This background color uh, is white by default. So maybe you can change it to black and color to the white. So just let's try it. So just I copied these things and then I can just paste it here. Sorry, double dot, and then I can just pass the background color to the hedge 0000, that means black, and then color to the hedge FFF, that means white color. So let's just try it. So if I click now, it will be available. Our background color will be dark, and then our this pop-up content will be available in the white text. So if I try to change this as well, so you can just inspect to this element. So here maybe this one. So leaflet pop-up tip container. So maybe yeah, I can just try this changing the color of these things as well. So let's try it. Yeah, so now if I click, then the background color of these things is also changed. So maybe I can just go there and then tooltip, and then I think this button, close button, and then this is the tooltip, and if leaflet pop-up tip. So here the leaflet pop-up content wrapper pop-up tip. So yeah, in that way you can just change this color and then the style of leaflet map. So maybe I'll change not, I don't want to change this one, but what I can do is I'll change the border to the 2 pixel solid red, maybe 1 pixel solid red. Then the our pop-up is bordered with 1 pixel solid red color. So maybe the border radius also I can change, border radius to the maybe 0 pixel. Let's see. Yeah, now the no border is available. So in that way you can just customize your leaflet default behaviors. So also you can customize these things, these buttons as well. So it's up to you guys. So it's just the basic information about the leaflet. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned a lot from this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and then the keep subscribing my channel, and I'll see you in the next